Good morning, Google Oil. My name is Whitney Astrike, and I'm the Vice President of Sales at Sales 101. To give you an idea of what I'm going to go over today, I'll first start out with a brief description and the background of our company so you can fully understand who we are, where we came from, what we're about. And then I'll tell you a little bit about how our integrated training system fits into your business model and into your corporate culture, specifically how it relates to the 3 countries that you're interested in expanding into. So let's get started. A little bit about me. I started with Sales 101 about 4 years ago. Before that, I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car and for a Cadillac dealership in Austin, Texas. My staff has over 75 years of experience collectively with corporate training and sales techniques. Our company was started 13 years ago in Dallas, Texas, and now we're one of the industry leaders in corporate education. We have offices in Texas, San Diego, Toronto, and Sao Paulo. Our dynamic, flexible training model allows companies to integrate their own cultural feel and industry specifics into the proven sales method which we teach. Sales isn't just something that you learn, it's a mentality, it's a way of life. Our sales training provides the basics, the 101 business version of sales. It's based on a generic model in which we use as an outline that we then customize around our client's personality and their personal needs. So how does this apply to you? Why should you choose us? Well, your Google home office is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The project of educating new sales teams in South Africa, Canada, and China is no small task. We'd love to take on the challenge of gaining your business for each one of these new Google Oil offices. Your salespeople, your eyes and ears of your business. They're the ones that are out there in the community, they're out in the field seeing the opportunities and challenges that your customers have. They must be excellent listeners and even better communicators in order to service their customers appropriately and also be profitable for you. Our experiences with companies in other countries brings an added benefit to why we're a great choice for this bid. When embarking on a new project in another country outside the U.S., we feel it's especially important to hire people from the local area. Our program's easy to use and it's easy to understand and is largely successful as long as we're hiring the right personalities. Using the local talent allows customers to feel at ease with a local employee that speaks the language and has a deep understanding of the culture and the traditions of the area. These cultural preferences are manifested into every decision we make, both as consumers and employees. For example, understanding Hofstede's cultural dimensions of power, distance, uncertainty avoidance, individualism, and masculinity are at the very core of our training. We use these factors, which are different for every company and are different in international offices, to mold our training to jive with the surrounding culture and people. There's not a one-size-fits-all training program because we're not all alike. Respecting those individual differences and embracing them is one of the key components of our business model, which we feel like gives us a competitive advantage over others. Our workforce is unique, just like you. We have experienced sales reps that will come into each of your home offices and they will teach your own sales team. They're chosen according to their personal history and experience. We like to pair our clients with our employees that have a real grasp on the local language, culture, values, and traditions. We have individuals from 6 different countries who speak 7 different languages, which makes our team highly diverse and very culturally intelligent. Having that deeper understanding of the outside forces that drive behavior is vital to the success of your field sales team. We see it as a requirement. Having our own home office in Canada, as well as sales employees that speak both French and English, will help us let you have that easy transition into the Canadian fuel market. While the Canadian culture is similar to the United States in terms of power, distance, and uncertainty avoidance, they vary slightly in terms of individualism and masculinity, which poses a threat to Google Oil in communicating effectively with their customers and understanding really where their values lie. White South Africans also do business very similarly to Canadians and Americans, but there are large differences in the way that Black South Africans do business. Thankfully, we've had a client that we've worked with in South Africa before, so we've had experience in sales training in this country. Google Oil will have to acknowledge the differences between the races and the cultures that make up the population in South Africa so that you can successfully gain all of the business that South Africa has to offer. In addition, we also have a sales rep named Min. She speaks Mandarin. She's a native of Taiwan. She'd be able to help start the home office in China and teach your sales team about the fuel industry. Again, the Chinese communicate very differently than Americans. They're a little bit more indirect. than both Canadians and Americans. So you have to acknowledge that those cultural nuances exist. If they're not treated with care, they can upset business deals and dynamics. Min's a great cultural interpreter and a great language interpreter. She's able to convey the American ideas and ideals from Google Oil and would be able to educate and motivate your staff in the best way possible. In all, we have a really great staff that with their background and experiences can support your expansions and your diversity for years to come. Like I mentioned before, salespeople are extremely important in any company, and we feel that hiring local workers to fill those positions is the best way to start. By using our system, we provide the training that allows education to bridge those gaps between culture and communication that are typically faced with companies that open offices in other countries. We have online training modules and worksheets that provide opportunities for team building and understandings to be derived from the material. So it can help alleviate misunderstandings and also build connections across barriers such as race, religion, politics, ethnicities, age, and gender. So I hope that this short video gave you a better understanding of what we do at Sales 101 and why we would be the best choice for your international sales team. We hope to hear from you soon.